Hey guys, welcome to my page DIY Crafts with Dar. Happy Monday! I have this month's kit all painted and ready to show you guys, and then we're going to just make one of the little things that's in it. We'll make the little reindeer sander. But how is everybody? Happy Monday! Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Mine was good. I did get a lot of stuff done. I actually got another fun project done, but I'm going to show you that tomorrow. But anyways, guys, how are you? Happy Monday. This is the everyday kit. It is patriotic and it is moose. Patriotic moose. Aren't they so cute? I'll give you a closer look up, but look closer look at everything. So these are the blocks and they just come out. I'll take them out so I can set them here so I can show you guys closer. Look at them. So they just pop right out. If you are new and you don't have this yet, you can purchase the house ladder. It is tall. It's almost 36 inches tall. So just barely under that. Anyways, and I always put a piece of blue painter's tape on the back of the block to help hold it in. They're not tight because in some areas where it's more humid, the blocks will swell a little bit and they'll be really tight on here. So for me, I like them to be just a tiny bit loose, and I just put some blue painter's tape at the top to hold them in. Anyways, so we have that, and then we have our cute little sign here. Just say hello if you're hopping on. I'm going to show you guys all up close, but we have our cute little sign here that has the interchangeable piece, and it's patriotic. So you want to be really careful with this because the fireworks part is a little fragile. So I'm going to be showing you how to take that in and out safely and not break any of those off, so you don't have to glue them back on. That would not be fun. And then we have this little cutie pie. So he is your freebie that if you purchase the blocks and the sign insert, you get this little patriotic standing moose. He's so cute. Has his little banner that says USA and some balloons. And then our Christmas kit is reindeer, and they are just adorable. I'll give you a really close look on those, and your freebie on that is this little moose stander. We're going to make him today, so we're not going to make all the ornaments. I need something easy for today. It's been a long week. Last week was long, and then the weekend I was super busy getting all this done, plus other things that I have going on. Just my life. And I'm a little tired, but guess what? I really think that the blood thinner is working. My calf is no longer hurting. Hallelujah. Even when I touch it, before it hurt all the time. So, yeah, so that's a great positive thing. Okay, let me make sure that I'm live because sometimes I'm just sitting here talking to myself. All right, so let me go ahead and I'll give you all the links. Let me get over here and share to VIP group. I'm going to put you down. Let me put you down at the table so you can look at all these cutie pies. Okay, so let me turn these around. Look at how adorable. So this is the stander. So that's your little freebie. And then here's the little ornaments. This one is a gift card holder. Okay, so, and then look at, I also have this as a stander, and I have this as a large 18-inch sign. So, yeah, it's big. And then here's your little freebie if you order the blocks and the insert for the hello sign. So here's the blocks. I'll just put them right here so you can see them. Aren't they so cute? And then let me get this shared over to VIP group, and I'll check on messages. But there's all this stuff. That's this month's kit. So we have our everyday and we have our Christmas kit. And I am trying to find me on here. It shows I'm live. Where am I? There I am. There I am. Let me turn down my volume. You guys, what did you guys do this weekend? Who did something fun? We have graduation coming up this week. So our graduation here in California might be a little bit later than some people. Our graduation is in June. A lot of people graduate in May. This week I have my grandson Joel graduates. His graduation is on Wednesday, and then his party is on Thursday. So we have a lot going on. And then we have next week my granddaughter Kaylin graduates from 8th grade. So let me see here. Let me put myself up in the corner. Oops. There we go. Okay. Hi, Betty. How are you? Hi, Holly. Thanks for sprinkling. Hi, Sherry. Good morning. Hi, Deb, my sister. Hey, Pam. How are you? Hi, Doris, my sister. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you. I know. I love them. They're so fun. Hey, Lynn. Hi, Janine. Hi, Laura. Holly, you already ordered. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you guys a link for both of these things. Hi, Deb. Oh, thanks, Deb. Sorry. Hi, Bridget. How are you? Good morning. Hi, Lisa. Okay, so the kits, so the Christmas kit is $20 plus shipping. So that's a really good deal. The Christmas kit is a really good deal, $20 for all of that. And then the blocks, it's $25. And then the insert for the hello sign is $15. If you order this, the blocks and this together, that's $40. And then you get this guy free. So there's always a freebie in there. And then if you haven't started this yet, you'll have to order the base part. Okay, so you order the base. And then you have it for every month, and we go back to January. You can purchase them. You can purchase all the months. And this is the house for the blocks. Okay, so they fit in here. And the hole is there to push them out. So doesn't really matter where you put them. I usually put the words in the center, but it goes like this. So we'll make this another day, not today. Isn't that so cute? I love it. I usually will put the blue painter's tape at the back of them to help hold them in, just because I don't do my blocks really tight, because I have found that sometimes it's a problem because in more humid weather, they'll swell a little bit. We're going to make this little guy. This is what we're going to make. So, hi, Sandy. How are you? So this is what we're going to make today. Isn't he so cute? So this is your freebie. If you order your Christmas kit, this comes free with it. So $20. Your Christmas kit is probably the best value. But, a lot of people like to create year-round. Thanks, Lisa. I'm going to give you the link for all of this. They are in the different sections on the website. So we have, where are we? Products. And then we have, come on. I'm trying to get to my collections. Okay, so collections. Here is the Christmas. Here's the Christmas area. So I'm going to share that. Okay. And then I have to make sure that I actually put the other one in the right section. I might have put it in the wrong section last night. I was really tired. It was late and I was trying to get it all done. So let me make sure that, oh yeah, it's there. Okay, so that's the Christmas one. And this is the collections for the everyday. So you can purchase them at any point. They are never discounted because they already are discounted. So when I give you the pricing on here, this is already a discounted price. So when there's a sale, we never include these in the sale because that would be giving you 2 discounts. All right, does that make sense? Look at how cute he is. So we'll be painting these another day. He's adorable. I love him. Hi, Jenny. How are you? I know. So, Jenny, I don't know if you missed it, but here's the insert for the hello sign. And you can paint it any way you want. I just kind of did it pretty easy colors. There's just a trick to this, getting this out. You wouldn't want to pull on these little pieces because they can be fragile. So what I suggest is that you always get your pieces of jute loose. And then a good way to do this is to just press up on those stars so that you get it going. You don't want to pull on here. I mean, as you can see, they're pretty fragile. So pushing on the entire thing is the best practice. Pushing on the part that's not gonna break. Push the stars in, and then pull your jute back up. So yeah, that's that. We'll be doing this later on this week. So that is the one. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna make this little guy here. This is your freebie when you order the Christmas kit. So like I said, I have this this little one I have him in a stander and also in a door sign. He's huge, like an 18-inch door sign. Okay, and then this, of course, is the same as this. Okay, so let's make our little guy. Thank you. I do too. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Hi, April. Okay, and Talkator, our color of the month, Majesty, is it's a purple. Did you know that? So I know I just kind of missed posting things. This weekend was a little bit busy with just getting everything done. I did not post that. Let me see. Let me see if I have a picture right here. It's really pretty. Let's see if we got a picture of it. Maybe. Oh my goodness. It's taking me to, oh, there we go. Color of the month. Kind of, sort of. Oh, it changed already. Yeah. Let me see if it'll go back. That purple. It's a purple. Okay. And then it changed. Okay. So anyways, Majesty is a gorgeous purple. And it is available. And then we have the little donut kit, which is our club kit. So we'll be doing all of those later. Okay, let's get the piece of ribbon off there. Hi, Marilyn. How are you? We are ready to make our cute little reindeer stander. So there's the base. We only need that up there. We're going to do his little scarf. So what'd you guys do this weekend? Guys, Saturday I was just trying to get all my ducks in a row, get all of my designs cut out. It's a lot. It's a lot, I tell you. Just figuring everything out, making sure everything's the correct size, getting a couple of each one cut. Yeah, it can be a lot. It can be a lot. So yesterday it seemed like it was more productive. Everything, all my ducks were in a row at that point. Okay, so we have our little reindeer here. He is going to be painted with sable. Let me just go in a little bit closer for you guys. Sable is his base color. Let me show you. So sable is the base color. And then burnt umber is the dark. And then we have burlap for his face. We have the green is going to be Hauser medium green. The red is our Tuscan red. And then white and black. No black, actually. Just white. So I need to grab my white. Yeah, that's the only one I didn't grab. I think there's a little bit. There's a little bit in that one. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Let's paint this reindeer. Okay, so let's just start at the top. Top is our base. We're going to do burnt umber. So I'm just going to I think I can just put a little bit on there. Tell me what you guys did this weekend. I want to hear all about it. Who did something fun? Jenny, did you have a craft show this weekend? Or was this one weekend that you had a little break? I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know what's going on with shows. I need to know, but I just actually have been so busy. Okay, so nose and then hooves and then base. All of those are burnt umber. Okay, so this one actually paints up pretty quickly. I needed to paint this sample last night. I had all the ornaments done and I painted this in probably 20 minutes really quickly. Okay, so our cute little scarf, we'll base coat that in Hauser medium green. Hi, Marilyn, how are you? Had a crappie show at Western Day in Valley Center. Oh, man, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Was it bad because there weren't people there or they just weren't buying? Sometimes shows like that, they're just there for the event. I don't know. And I used to do the rodeo grounds in Lakeside. I did a couple of shows years and years ago when cows, pigs, chickens were popular. Okay, so medium Hauser green. And my product would get all dirty from the dust from, that's what it is. It's the rodeo grounds. And I would do it when the kids would be auctioning off their animals, though. And I love that. I love the kids. I never minded being there and not selling a ton because I love being there for the little kids, for their animals. They would buy a little cow, pig, or chicken to give to their buyer. And I didn't do sheep back then. I should have, but okay, so medium Hauser green. Gonna do, I'm sorry, Tuscan red. Darlene, hello. Tuscan red is my color right there. It happens no people. Not like last year. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is not good. Hey, Pam, how are you? I think that was a typo. Good morning. How are you? Okay, so Tuscan red, and then this is burlap. So this is what we're making. We're making our cute little freebie that comes with the Christmas ornament kit. So that's our little freebie. He's our little reindeer stander. We have lots of cute reindeer stuff this month. I'm a reindeer person. I love reindeer. Reindeer, Santa, snowman. Just give it all to me. Gingerbread. I could have my house just decorated in Christmas year round. Not really, but I could. You're on the grass this year. The only reason he did it. Oh, last year was on the dirt. Yeah. The dirt is really bad. I remember having to wipe down my product. But the kids, the kids were what made it for me when I used to do it. This one is almost gone. Yeah, I did chili cook-offs too over in Lakeside at the rodeo grounds. Yeah, I've done that. And same thing, even though they said, oh no, it's not that bad. Oh yeah, it was. It's just from people walking around and there's so much dust. And then if the wind picks up, yeah, it can be a pain in the booty. It can. Okay, so the base part of your color for your reindeer is sable brown. We are going to speckle this little cutie pie. It's not a person. This little cutie pie, we are going to speckle it. We do have to put some cheekies on it, and we'll do the eyeballs and all of that. So cheeks will be with our vintage pink. So whenever you buy the monthly kit, you will get a printout that has all of your colors and the pictures to help you so that you know. That's what I got to create this morning. So I got all of these done. It's been a hard month. I feel like I'm tired. I don't know if it's just from life in general, all I've been through, or if the medication. I did talk to a friend this weekend. I needed to make something for her and I just had to say no. It was so sad, but I just can't do everything. Okay, so the antlers need to be burnt umber. So, this head part goes up to there. Don't worry about that then. So go ahead and just do it to the ears, and then we need our antlers are going to be in burnt umber. She is on blood thinners too, and she said that her blood thinner makes her tired, but it's a different type. It's a different type that she takes. But yeah, I feel like it's doing its job, but I'm also pretty tired. I can't wait to get off of it. I know it affects everybody differently, but I'm telling you, just can't wait to be done with it. I know it's doing its job. Let me see. Okay, so they advertise to, oh, thank you, Laura. They advertised to 10,000 people. Like, nope, not even last year. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not good. Deb, you did an event right next to the ocean. Winds were 20 miles with gusts of 30. You did great, but so many were not prepared. Yeah, that's, okay, they weren't prepared for the wind. Did they have problems with their canopies? I know there's many times when people aren't prepared and their canopies are flying away. Laura says, having really bad pain in your neck and shoulder, woke up yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry. Gosh, does moist heat help you? Like, we have a person that sells rice bags at our craft shows. And it's basically a piece of fabric that has rice, is filled with rice, and then you heat it in the microwave. And that really seems to help my husband, his back, a lot. Maybe something like that. Sometimes I will just take a towel, like when I'm up at the cabin and I'm having problems, I will take a towel and I'll wet it and I'll put it into the microwave and just get some moist heat. And that seems to help a lot because I don't usually take a heating pad or anything up there. And I am allergic to rice, so I can't use the rice bags. But for my husband, for his back, when he has back issues, that rice bag is his saving grace. it helps so much. So I wonder if you could do something like that, or just a heated up dish, like a towel, not a dishcloth, but a towel. Just moisten it just a little bit, and then put it in the microwave for a minute. It'll get hot really fast. You have to be careful so you don't burn yourself. Don't want to do that. Okay, I'm trying to get, this is burnt umber. Okay, and then I'm going to read Stephanie's. It's really long. It's really long. Stephanie says, trying to get over whatever is causing your head congestion. Going on for week 4. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Your left eardrum, it ruptured a week ago and still clogged and can't hear out of it. Oh, dang it. Yesterday you had a freak storm go through, and your husband and you barely got in the door before. Oh no! Had to hold the back door closed while you opened windows in the front. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Lots of trees down and damage in the neighborhood, but nothing terrible. Oh gosh, just a lot to clean up. I'm sorry, Stephanie. That's terrible. I'm glad that nobody was seriously injured. Laura, thank you for sprinkling. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Hi, Barb. Deb says, yes, problems with canopies and product flying everywhere. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you know, I've been to craft shows where when I lived in New Mexico, my entire display flew over and nobody helped me to pick it up. It was really sad. It was really sad. And then I was at another event in New Mexico. We were to have freak winds out all of a sudden because the city there is kind of like a box. So the wind would just go in a circle, and they would just all of a sudden have gusts of wind. A lady's entire display of ceramic, Indian vases, statues, all that stuff. The entire ceramic thing blew over and everything broke. It was just the saddest thing. Okay, so I'm just getting my second coats on everything. So colors, this is burlap, Tuscan red, white, Hauser medium green, burnt umber, and then we have our sable. So yeah, Laura, I would try that. Try moist heat. That might work. If you are able to sew, making your own little rice bag will work. If you have fabric, just regular fabric, and you have a bag of rice, just sew like maybe you're making like a pillowcase type thing, and then put the rice in it and sew it closed. And just be careful when you're putting stuff in the microwave that when you put it in the microwave, that your microwave doesn't have any type of food or oils in there that could start that fabric on fire. And then just monitor it so it's not too hot when you put it on your skin. But the moist heat really works. There's a lady that's been selling the rice bags for years at our craft shows, and they really, really do work for things like that. I get them for my daughter, my daughter-in-law, our neighbor, my husband. They really do their job. So anyways, can't say enough about them. Okay. All right, let me dry all this. We're going to do cheekies and we'll do eyes. Pairs for people of both. Oh my gosh, Carol, it's just so sad. The Colorado issue in Boulder, the guy that was setting people on fire. I cannot even understand the mentality of somebody that does things like that. I don't get it, but, and I don't want to be racist at all. You know, from what I remember, his name was Muhammad something. So the people were protesting, and I don't know all the details. I'm sorry, guys, but they were protesting and trying to stand in unison for people overseas, and this guy decided that I'll just start people on fire. I don't know all the details. I watched it, but I was so busy doing other things. It just is horrible. If anybody knows the details, go ahead and put them in there for me. Sorry, I try, but I haven't even seen how the people were doing, but I did watch it. It was like breaking news. And it breaks my heart that people can do things that horrible. They ruin other people's lives because of what they, I don't know, just because they feel like they're right. Everybody has the right to free speech, but there's some people that want to take that away and are just horrible people. It's just a horrible thing. Can't even imagine those families, what they've gone through, and the people that were there. It's terrible. Colorado, yeah, they were setting people on fire at a mall. So there were people that were protesting, that were standing, that were basically like a rally. Okay, so hey, I'm sorry that I don't know the details, but it has something to do with what's going on overseas. Please help me if you know. I think something about Islam, but the person that did it, he's just a horrible person. They do have him in custody. That's the good thing. Okay, so I'm going to do cheekies and I need to do stripes, but I'm just going to gather everything off of this. I just feel like, why do people do that? Why do they ruin people's life? Okay, the scarf goes there, and then we have the muzzle, and this goes up here. We have the little base. So let's take all this off. We'll do the stripes. I need to do the ears too. So we're gonna be doing the ears too. So cheekies and ears. Okay, so now I can take this back off now that we see we got everything. Okay, so we'll do cheeks. I need to use the bigger, like this is the blender. This is one of the blenders. You can use the small one. You just have to make the cheeky bigger. So I need a paper towel. I got lots of pieces of paper towels. Yeah, it's horrible what's going on in Colorado. I could probably Google Boulder, Colorado, and it would pop up. Terror attack, Boulder, Colorado terror attack. FBI says 8 injured in Colorado by a man with makeshift Molotov, a flamethrower, who yelled "Free Palestine." So it was a walk for Israel. They were elderly, and the man started screaming about "Free our hostages" and threw Molotov cocktails and had a flame. Yes, okay. I had to go back and read it. Yes, okay. I don't want to tell you the wrong things. I just think it's terrible. It's terrible that people have to be that way. I don't get it. Maybe because we're just normal people that love each other and care about each other. And I also I believe in free speech, If you want to be for Trump, that's fine. If you want to be for the Democrats, that's fine. I love everybody. I don't care. I don't care what you do, because I want you to be my friend. I will always choose friendship over politics, and somebody supporting, Israel or Palestine, that's okay. That's okay what they do. Okay. But it's not okay to be violent ever. Okay. So I have most of that off of there. It's never okay to be violent. Okay. So, but it's okay to say the things that you want to say. We all have a right to free speech. Why do that when somebody is walking and they're supporting their cause? That's just like somebody that's going and saying, okay, these dog people are doing the wrong thing. I'm going to go and protest in front of their house. That's free speech. Okay. So everybody has their right to that. I support that 100%. I don't support violence ever, ever, ever. It's just terrible. So it is sad. Exactly. Violence is not the answer. The people injured were 65 to 88. I did read that. Oh my gosh. It's the worst. It's the worst. I will need some brown to do little dots on the cheeks. We're going to do like little freckles, and then the mouth. Okay, so, and we will be doing white highlights, and then we'll be speckling too. I think that we should speckle, and we should do the inking. We should do the inking and then speckling. Okay, I'm going to do my stripes. I have a little angle brush. I'm going to do my stripes on my little scarf. If you want to use an acrylic marker, you can do that. But I just choose to use the little angle brush and take my time to do it. It actually doesn't take that much time. And then once it's all speckled, if you have any little wigglies or you went over the line, no one's going to know, because this is going to be speckled and it's going to be shaded, and you're not going to see any of that. So don't sweat the small stuff. And guys, it is all small stuff in life. Honestly, it is all small stuff. So, whew. Yeah. So my grandson is going to be going to college over in that area. I don't know if it's exactly right in Boulder. I need to find out, but I know it's close to there. He's going to be going to a community college. He's going to be moving as soon as he graduates, which is this week. He's going to be moving to Colorado with his girlfriend's family, and helping support her family. It's kind of her mom is a single mom, and they've all chosen to move to Colorado, and his girlfriend's going to school, and he's going to go to school. We'll see how that all goes. It always sounds great, but we'll see how it goes. I'm happy for him that he's going to move out and be on his own and see what it's like, because it's not always what you think it's going to be. It is not. Okay. All right, getting all my stripes, and then I'm going to dry this, and we will be doing ours the same way. Yeah, of rescue. You never want to say anything to make people. Yes. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really careful about that. I might have to go over some of these stripes. I think I didn't get them. Yeah, I'm pretty careful about my politics. There's times that I might say something because I'm happy about the way that things are going, something that passed, and it doesn't matter what political, it doesn't matter which political party I am with. I can be happy for the other party passing something because it's going to help everybody, right? So I feel like as long as things are going well, and sometimes we have to celebrate even with the other party, right? So anyways, there we go. That's all I want to say. Don't want to get anything political, but free speech, guys. You know what? These people were out there and they were just voicing their opinion. They were saying what they believed in, and somebody tried to take that away from them and tried to take their lives. I mean, gosh, can you imagine somebody coming at you with a flamethrower? Holy cow. I can't even imagine that. Okay, I wanted to do that a second time because I didn't quite get it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Violence does not change things ever. It just shows that you're out of control. Honestly, it just shows how bad the people are. Yeah. All right. Ooh. Okay, I'm just kind of pushing it down because they kind of bubbled up. Okay, I need to put little dots on here. I'm gonna grab my stylus, and I'm gonna give him some freckles on his cheeks. These are his cute little freckles, and they are with the brown, not with white. We usually do white, and we are doing brown. And then he's gonna have a little mouth, so I'm gonna just do a little circle right there, and then we're gonna dry that. And then we are going to ink everything. We'll glue it together, we'll speckle it, and then we'll put some white highlights. So there's a lot. That's why I decided to just do this little guy by himself, because there is a lot to just doing this. When we do the ornaments, it'll take probably an hour and a half. Make sure everything's dry. Okay, and then we can ink everything. All right, perfect. Okay, so got my paint. I'll still need that. I'll need that for the white. All right, so let us continue here. That's still hot. I'm gonna wait. Okay, let's glue our little base together. Let's do that right now. So I'm just inking. We are gonna speckle that. We'll speckle everything, but I do want to glue that together so it can be drying. Come on, open, please. I'm like, hello. Oh my gosh, where's my little thing? So sometimes I have to grab my little gripper thing to open that. Oy. Yeah, So there is a dog that was rescued in Arizona yesterday. Poor little thing. It is a mess of just hair, and they're trying to bring in someone to groom it today. They can't even tell if it's a boy or a girl. Poor little thing. Let me show you guys. Let me just go to that. It is just the saddest thing. I have lots of people that were tagging me, asking me if it could possibly be Chloe. I'm like, that would be really a miracle if it was. Let me see if I can get to it. I don't even know if it's still there. Oh my goodness. Saved. Sometimes. Yeah. Okay, so this is what the dog looks like. You can't even tell its face. You can't even see its little face. That's its face. So they can't. Here's the second one of its body. They can't tell if it's a boy or girl yet. But I told him, I said, I will help pay for grooming, because you'll probably have to have it sedated. So I offered, because it's expensive, and the person that found it, they shouldn't necessarily just have to be responsible for all of that. So I said, well, let me know. And she goes, well, I think it's only going to be $75 and I can pay that. I said, okay, well, text me or call me. I gave her my phone number. If it's more than that and you need help with that, because I'm happy to help. I'm always looking for Chloe. She is microchipped. They can't even check the dog for a microchip because the fur is so thick they can't get down to the body. So they're going to wait until it's shaved to check it, because they cannot check it. Poor little thing. I mean, wouldn't it be a miracle if it was Chloe? I recently I was reading about a dog that had gotten lost when the owner went to Salt Lake City on vacation, and their dog got out, and they stayed for 2 weeks searching for the dog, and they never found the dog. And here it is, months later, the dog was found at a shelter there, and they showed a little video of the person being reunited with the dog, and I was like, oh my gosh, it made me cry. Those things always get to me. And the dog, I don't think the dog was microchipped. That was the problem, was that the dog wasn't microchipped, so they had to keep just checking the shelters. Okay, so we're inking, and then we're going to glue, and then we'll speckle, and then we're going to put some white highlights. So there's a couple of steps. You don't have to do it all, okay? So you can do as little or as much as you want. It's always up to you. Okay, I'm going to, I did do the eyes already. So I'm going to color in the eyes. I already did. Okay, that's going to be covered up, so there's like a little fuzzy there. Okay, and then the ears, the antlers, just kind of going to do around that. The body part's going to be on there. So sometimes I'm like, okay, what part of this is actually going to show? Around the feet's going to show. So I'm going to do around the feet. Yeah, it would be a total miracle if it ended up being Chloe, but I don't think it is. But you never know. You never know. Okay, let's glue this together, then we'll speckle. It is so sad. The puppy is just so sad for any dog to be like that. I can imagine that it can hardly even walk. It's kind of like how Sophie was, but worse. It's worse than what Sophie was. Okay, so just remember, this is a stander, so you're going to line this up at the top, because the bottom little notch is going to go into the stand, okay? And then put the feet on next, because if you put the legs on next, you're going to be fighting to get these little feet in the right place, okay? So those just go like that. And then we can put the muzzle on up here. We know where that goes, and there's a little nose. Okay, so we'll do all this, we'll speckle, and then sometimes you have to go back if the speckling covers up the little freckles on there. I will go back and I will actually put them back on, because I want them to be there. So, okay, and this just fits right here. This goes underneath. Okay, so that's one of the legs. Here's the other leg. And then the scarf goes over that. Okay, so it's layers. Can you guys see? Oh yeah, I think you can. It's layers. So it all goes together in layers. There's the scarf. And then there's a little heart. There, the little holly leaf goes right up here at the top of the head. And then there's the berries. Okay, there's the feeties, his little hoofs right there. 1, 2. And then the snowflake will go on the scarf. Okay, so see how he just all comes together? All right, we're gonna speckle this. Let me just put, I was gonna get out my sponge, but I'm just gonna carefully put a little bit of glue on there, spread it with my finger, and that's just gonna go right there on the scarf, just like that. Okay, so we need to speckle. We're done with our glue for the moment. We need to glue this in here when we're done. I'm gonna grab some paper towels. I'm gonna move this over to the side. I have my, we're gonna speckle it. See how the little speckles? We're gonna do that. I'll move him. Did you see he went flying? He should have a red nose. He should be Rudolph. Okay, so we're going to cover this area here so that we don't speckle our desk. I mean, it's already bad enough. I need a new desktop. I need to sand it down. I need to paint it. I need to do something. I could just put some stuff over the top of it one of these days. Okay, so this is all going to go here. We're going to speckle it. So I'm going to get my little toothbrush here, and I have some paint. I need some water. Okay, so a little bit of water. This is what I use to speckle, to do the little dots. I use a toothbrush, and I'm going to be pulling my finger back on that. So I'm going to take a piece of paper towel. I have all this from when I was washing my brushes. So I have a whole bunch of icky paper towel. I'm going to put my toothbrush in the water. I'm going to tap it on the paper towel. I'm going to put it in the paint, tap it on the paper towel. I'm going to put it in the water, tap it on the paper towel, tap, 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 tap. I'm going to test it out. So maybe we'll test it on the little stand, make sure that they're the right, and they're not too big. And I'm just pulling my finger backwards on here to get some speckles, okay? And you can do as little or as much. If you want to heavily speckle it, that's fine. And like I said, if you want to go back over, then you can. Okay, so I'm done with that. I'm going to grab another paper towel and just wipe my finger off, and then we'll dry this. Actually, I missed like right in the center here. There we go. I'm like, hello, let me just do that. Okay, so we're going to put some white highlights on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this. Let's dry this, and we'll put some highlights. Okay. So dry it first. I'm going to take a look at it. I think it looks okay. I don't think I need to go back over anything. I'll go in a little bit closer for you guys, and I'll show you how I like to do my highlights. I like to use a stylus. Okay, everybody's different. If you want to use a little brush, you can. I'm going to get my white paint here. I don't need a lot. I'm going to take my stylus. I'm going to take the end of it. Let me see my other stylus here. Nope, that's not a stylus. That's something else. Okay, I'm going to take the little end, and I am going to do like little swooshes. Okay, so I'm going to go like this, like a little swoosh, and I'm going to go dot, 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 dot. Okay, so I'm just taking my stylus and painting with it, and dot, 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 and just doing a few highlights. You don't have to do all of this, okay? It's totally up to you. I'm going to do a dot in each of my little berries, and I'm going to do like a little line on my leaves. Okay, then I'm going to go over to this side, and it's totally up to you how much you do, how little or as much of this as you do. So sometimes I don't do any. It's your choice. You know, I need to do the nose. I don't want to do too big of a dot. Okay, I need to do the ears. Dot, 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 dot. But yeah, dipping the stylus in the paint and then just dragging it. Okay, next is I'll do like the top of this. I want to do just a little bit on my heart, just a tiny bit, just barely, okay? And then do right here. And then each side of this. And we're almost done. If you feel like you need to go back and do any of your little freckles or the mouth again, you can, or like sometimes the eyes will get filled in. And so I will just go back over the eyes. Okay, so there's all of that. You found a shoulder rice bag in your, yay, perfect. That will, yeah, the heat will feel really good. Absolutely, Laura. I'm glad that's going to work for you. Yes, yay. Sometimes we just have to be reminded about that. Okay, let me make sure that I got everything. Okay, so here's our other little guy that I did last night. Okay, perfect. Looks the same. Okay, let me bring in all my ornaments. You can see them while I'm drying this. I want to make sure all of this is dry. I'll bring in all of my little cute little ornaments. I'm going to go out a little bit. I don't need to dry the ornaments. They're dry already. but yeah, they're super cute. So this one is a gift card holder. Aren't these just adorable? We're going to put the stand on here as soon as it's dry. I just don't want to touch it with it wet. Okay, so like I said, if you buy the ornaments, you get this little guy free. So I should make this guy so you can buy him by himself if you want. Maybe I'll do that. I'll add him by himself. So if you want to buy extras, you can. I also have him in a larger size. So maybe I'll do that. I'll just add him and he'll be there. Okay, I'm going to just put this in here. I usually would use my hot glue. I don't have it plugged in, and put it at the back. So he just goes in his little stand, and you can either put hot glue, or sometimes I'll just put some regular glue back there and just run a bead of regular glue back at the back. I think that's what I did with one of my other ones. This one I did hot glue, but there we go. There we go, guys. Let me put you up to me, and I will show you these little cutie pies. So we'll be doing the ornaments another day. I knew I didn't have time to do everything. Oh, I did so good not coughing that whole time. Oh my goodness. Aren't they so cute? All right, guys. Let me know if you have questions. So I did put the link up above. Let me go ahead and give you the link again for these guys. And then the link for everything else. You can just go to each section. Collection. This is in the Christmas collection. I'm just going to give you the Christmas collection. Or I could give you this. Let's see. Oh, let me give you the Christmas collection, the whole collection, so that you can just see everything. So you can see it all. I'm trying to do it. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Right there. It's going to show up in a second. Is it going to? Paste. Why is it not pasting? Maybe I didn't copy it. Okay. That's why. It only does what you tell it to do. Okay, there we go. All right. It's there. Okay. Have a great day, guys. Hope you have a fantastic Monday. I will see you tomorrow. I'll have some fun projects tomorrow. I can't wait to show you. All right. I love you guys.